Well, hello everyone. I went to the flea market today. I sold quite a bit of stuff and I'm going back tomorrow. This is just for today, the amount of money that I got right here in my hand. It's over 200. I don't know exactly how much because I quit counting right before I came home. So, I know this is over 200 here. And in here is $26.65 in change. And a bottle of Tylenol, of course. This is my change box, my cash box. And this is my till for the day. Hello everyone. I went to the flea market yesterday and I got there about 8 in the morning and stayed until 3 in the afternoon. And I think I did pretty good. I made a little over $200 and the majority of stuff that I sold was actually some women's panties and men's pullover t-shirts, a lot of Halloween decorations. Sorry y'all. If you notice this place here on my face and here, I have little mini strokes, and the last one I had was March of this year. And I've actually been paralyzed from the waist down 5 times, and I had to use a walker. I had to use a cane. The one time I could not walk at all for 5 months, and I don't use a walker or a cane anymore. The Lord's blessed me, so I don't have to use those. But that was prior to this one that did this. I felt a stroke coming on, and I got my hubby to drive me to the hospital. And there was a young doctor that was just learning to be a doctor, really. He was a resident, I guess is what you'd call him. But anyway, I told him what I suspected was going on, and he, in knowing certain words, just said, I'm the doctor, so let me decide what's going on with him. I tried to explain to him that I have a history of TIAs, which is transit ischemic attacks. And that's what caused me to have to give up working when I was 45 years old. And I enjoyed working, but I have epileptic seizures, and blood pressure goes up higher when you have a seizure, and that's what happened with me. And then after that I just started having little mini strokes. But anyway, he told me I wasn't having a stroke, and he sent me home. Within a few hours I was back up there, and his demeanor was, "What are you doing in here this time?" And I'm like this, "I'm having a stroke." And he says, "No, you're not, you're just doing that." Now, notice my mouth. When I talk, do you notice this lip goes up and this one doesn't? That's called partial paralysis. I had to learn to chew again without biting myself because I had no feeling inside my mouth. I had to learn to swallow again. If you can't feel it, you don't know if you're swallowing or not. It was not very pleasant, but and I was very self-conscious of my appearance because of this and this. And another doctor came in and confirmed that I was having a stroke, and he politely dismissed that doctor, told him to leave the room. And they kept me for a few days, and of course I knew that whatever I would get back within 6 months to a year was what I would get back, and that's been since March, and this is now October. But my optometrist is also a specialist. And when I had to get my eyes checked, he let me know that, as you can see, I've also got drooping from the eyelids, and they didn't used to do that until the stroke. And he let me know that my insurance would cover getting my eyelids back up to where they're supposed to be, because now that they droop, they cover too much of my cornea, and so wearing my glasses really doesn't help that much. It just makes me feel better because I know I can't see my droopy eyelids now, as long as I've got my glasses on. And also, he said my insurance, which is AARP and United Healthcare, who said since this was stroke related, and they do this in their office, he said they can pull this back up. You see how this would look? And this. And I would have my face back. Wouldn't that be wonderful? To be able to look in the mirror and see my face the way it was before my stroke. And he said then, after they do this, and this, and this, it's not a facelift now. That's not what it is. He said after they do this, then the lip will quit going up higher than this side. But anyway, and it also affected this. And I have a condition that's called leukocytosis. Yeah. And what that is where my white blood cells, they multiply too fast and then they die off before they mature. And that's got to do with my glands. And you see how my glands, my lymph nodes, there's something wrong with the lymphatic system. Anyway, the lymph nodes stay enlarged all the time, which makes my neck large through here. And there's nothing they can do about that except monitor my white blood cell count all the time. But anyway, getting on a happier note, yeah, I don't like to dwell on myself too much. Getting on a happier note, after I went to the yard sale yesterday, I decided not to go back today, and probably a good thing too, because it started raining today and wasn't even enough to settle the dust really. We've needed some rain here, and we've actually paid for it, and it just a few sprinkles. It's still cloudy out there though, but it's just a few sprinkles here and there. I'm chewing gum, guys. I'm going to sorry about that. And drinking my Carolina Mornings coffee from my friend Judy. That is good coffee. Excuse me. But anyway, I went diving. I couldn't sleep last night, so around 1 o'clock in the morning I was out diving. And got quite a bit of stuff. And I don't have a camera right now, so I'm having to use my phone. So I can't really show you guys what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because I have to lay the phone down so much. And I try, to show y'all what I'm doing. And sometimes it's just dark out there and I can't get a good picture, but I'm trying. And as soon as I can get a camera, I'll get one. But right now I can't afford that. I'm facing having to move out, and I don't know exactly when that's going to be. I'm hoping that by the end of this month. I'm just waiting on someone to move out of the apartment. I've already been approved for it, so I'm holding on to my pennies, so to speak, until we can get moved out. I've gone the whole summer without an air conditioner in my car. I did have to replace the ball joints in the front on both sides, and that was pretty expensive. That was about $400 to do both sides. So I had to make a choice, something with luxury, which would be the air conditioning, or something that was necessary that I had to do right then in order to keep from getting in a wreck with my car, and that was fixing the ball joints. So, you know, that's what we have to do in life. We have to weigh the pros and cons. What's the best thing to do? Should I go get what I want to do, have that done, or should I do what has to be done? And it's not always easy choices. There's a lot of choices I've had to make in life that just was not easy at all, but they had to be made. And hence that's why I'm living where I'm at now. Phoenix and I were living with her daddy, which is my husband. Actually, he's her granddaddy, but he's the only daddy she knows. So when we had a disagreement, then I was given the option of whether I could do things his way, which meant throwing my 18-year-old granddaughter out to the streets when she's never lived by herself before, and you don't do that to a girl. Especially one that has never ventured out into the world at all. And I just couldn't do that to her, so no, I wouldn't throw my grandchild out. He gave me the option, throw her out or you can go. I told him bye. I'm not throwing my kids out for nobody. Man, woman, I don't care. Not my kids. My grandkids, they're my kids. That's why they're called grandkids. And that's why I'm called grandma. I'm the grandma. Don't make me choose both of my kids. I'm not going to do that. So, that's why I'm in the situation I'm in now. But I don't regret that decision. Not one bit. And my granddaughter, she met a young man last year. She's married and he's in the military, so she's making something of herself. She's going to college. Her husband is in the military. He's making a career. I'm proud of her. I'm one proud grandma. She's my oldest grandchild. She's 19. But I've got 9 grandchildren, and my children are still young enough I could be grandma again. And that's fine with me. And then my oldest grandchild is 19. Someday she's going to make me a great grandma. And that's fine too. But anyway, I went diving last night. Couldn't get to sleep. 1 o'clock in the morning I was out diving. And rode up to Dollar General. And one of the police officers that I've known for years, he was out there. And I stopped to see if he was okay. And he said, yeah, he was just waiting on the people to leave the store so he could leave. He said, you know, they're counting the bankroll or whatever. And he said, what are you out doing? I was honest with him. I said, I'm out dumpster diving. And he said, you too? And I said, what do you mean, me too? And he said, well, he said, on my off day, I come out here and I dumpster dive too. And he said, I found me 2 nice jackets. And I said, you ain't supposed to do that, are you? He said, why not? They're throwing it in the garbage. It's free to anybody that wants it. And he said, I just don't do it when they're open. So there you go. I don't do it when they're open either. Maybe. Granny's not going to tell you everything Granny does. But anyway, I'll show you what I got. I did give some of it away, you know. I tell you all the time I donate stuff, and I got some of the, well, hold on a minute, Grandma. Don't go wacky. I got some of these. And this is the Little Debbie's bat brownies. They're shaped like bats. And I kept one of these for me in Phoenix. But I got, I think, 3 or 4 of those boxes. And then I got some of the pumpkin spice rolls. I know it looks upside down or backwards to you guys, but that's what it says. It's Little Debbie's. And there's 6 cakes in each one of these. So I kept 2 of these for me in Phoenix. I gave her daddy 2 packs. I gave the kids down the road 3 packs of those. I gave my brother-in-law, Bill, 2 packs of those. So that's a pretty good amount to give away. I also found a can of Rotel. And it's bent on the side right there, but it's not open. It's bent pretty bad, but when you turn it over, it don't leak. So I'm going to be making some, what I call dirty dip. I don't know if you guys has ever tried dirty dip or not, but when I make it, I'll video it. That stuff's great. And all it is a can of Rotel, the Velveeta cheese, and you brown some hamburger meat and drain the hamburger meat off, and then you mix the Rotel and the Velveeta cheese over in the skillet or boiler, whichever one you want to use. And just let it mix in there real good. Pour it up in your bowl. Get your tortilla chips. I get the scoops. Get the scoops, and then it's a good dip. And you can make a meal off of that. Okay, another thing I got was this red wire. I don't know what it goes to, but I got it. Okay, I got a can of Raid ant and roach spray. No, these people don't sponsor me yet. Well, one day. They will one day. Maybe. Found a box of Zantac. Says it relieves heartburn. I've always used Rolaids or Tums or Prilosec, but I'll try it one day. Okay, I found a bunch of Laffy Taffy. There are all different flavors in there. Okay, and I found these three. I found 3 of these. Cran grape, ocean spray, and this is all that was wrong with it. It's just bent right there, but it don't leak, see? It don't leak, so got 3 of them. There's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see what I got, okay? Okay, and we are back. Now, I'm just going to go through the box, okay? Instead of just spreading everything out for you at once, we're just going to go on through the box after I move the cup of coffee out of the way. Okay, let's see. Hostess Bakery Petites. Phoenix already opened one of these. We tried them. These things are great. I love these. They taste kind of like Devil's Food Cake. Devil Chocolate Cake Delights. These are great. If you see these in the store, I'll tell you, you better try them. They are great. Got some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Yeah, well, you know it's the chips. I'm sorry. I said Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I apologize for that. Reese's Peanut Butter Chips. That'll make some good cookies right there. Okay, I got 2 of these Dove candy bars. 1 and 2. There it is. And some Listerine. Yep, Listerine Ready Tabs. Okay, that'll come in handy. Here's another pack of the Hostess Petites Chocolate Delight Cakes. There's 2 of them so far, 3 counting the one we opened. There's another one. This will be 4 of those. And these are the Suzy Q's, the Hostess Suzy Q's right here. September 24th, 2019. These aren't hurt. I mean, you know, they threw them in there, but they're not hurt. They hadn't been opened, and there's 6 boxes of these right here in this stack. This is Hostess Cream Donuts. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I need some more coffee, I guess. Hostess Cream Cheese Danish. Now, I love the cream cheese Danish. I don't see a sale date on there. Maybe it's on here. Sale by September 14th, 2019. It's still good. I mean, I'm going to eat it. Okay, there's just lots and lots of these in here. Let's see, here's another one. And here's one. There's 1, 2, 3 so far. There's one in the back there that's 4 of the boxes open, but these are individually wrapped, so I'm not worried about that part of it. Oh, these are jumbo donuts. It was dark when I was getting this stuff out, so I couldn't see everything I was getting out, but I can see it now. Here's another one of the Hostess Petites. Here's another one of the Danish. And there's some more of the anyway, snack cakes. So, these are just going to stay in the box, and I will be donating them tomorrow. Except, well, Freeze and I will probably keep a pack of the Danish, and if she wants the Suzy Q's, we may keep a box of them too. And we've already opened a pack of these, so we'll keep the pack that we opened. We'll probably keep these Dove candy bars. I know we will be keeping the cran juice. We drink a lot of cranberry juice around here.
My coffee.
It's right here. I didn't take your coffee, sweetums. Oh, and I found 2 of these planters. And they're chipped on the side right here. They're both chipped. But I've got the plants that I rescued from Winn-Dixie last week, and I'm just going to take them and set them in here in these instead of having them scattered out around my porch. Okay, y'all. I hope y'all can see everything I got. This is all going to be donated except 2 boxes of the snack cakes. Okay, you going to play with Bella? Okay, go ahead, sweetheart. 2 boxes of snack cakes, and the candy bars will stay here. The juice will stay here. And the Laffy Taffy, I'm going to keep it and give this out at Halloween. And I've got a lot of candy for Halloween. So we're having a Halloween party. So the kids in the neighborhood are coming to my house. If I'm not here in this house, they're going to be coming to the house where I am going to be at, even if I have to go pick them up. Okay, guys. Like and give me a thumbs up, please. Share. And well, y'all just have a good day. God be with y'all. This is Frugal Granny signing off for today.